In this video, I'm going to show you real quick how you can manage your students as far as transferring them from one class to another class, or transferring your students from you to another teacher's account, or how to remove those students entirely from your account. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click up here in the top right corner, and I am going to go to Manage Students. It will always default to See All, which is showing you every single student you have. I don't necessarily want to work with every student quite like this. I am going to instead break it down into my classes. So let's go to my 5th hour Spanish class. All right, here's Lucy, and she is no longer in my 5th hour Spanish class. She actually belongs in my French class. So I am going to move her from this class to another. To do that, I simply click right here where it says Manage next to that student. And here where it says Class Period, I simply click and select the class that I want her to go to. And then I click Update. Now I can come back here to Manage Students. And if I go to my new 2nd hour French, there she is. All right, so let's say it's the end of the semester, or for whatever reason, we're going to be transferring this class away from you and to another teacher. To do that, we're going to click on this red button right here that says Transfer and Delete Students. Now, when we transfer students, we can choose to transfer one student at a time. I'm going to click on here, and here is where you'd select which students you want to transfer. Or we can choose to select the entire class. So I'm going to go Transfer Class, because I'm going to send the entire 2nd hour French away from me and to a new teacher. And here now I can see in my 2nd hour French, these students are being transferred to the new teacher. Now you have to have their email address in order to transfer those students away. And then the other teacher needs to log into his or her Flangoo account and accept the transfer to bring them in. Okay, so here I am logged in into an entirely different account. So this would be like the other teacher. And the other teacher will get a notification that I have students that have been sent to me, and I need to decide if I'm going to keep them or not. So I can either click here in my notifications to go straight there, or we can get there by going up here to my profile and clicking on Manage Students. Here it shows up right at the top. I have students that are ready to transfer. Do I want them? I click here where it says Handle Transfers. I can see here there are 5 students. I have to select which class group I'm going to bring them into. So I'm just going to go to my test one. Here we go. And then accept. Now let's go back to Manage Students. And there they are. All 5 students, the same login codes, they have the same passwords, and they have all of their logged time. Anything that they've read, any of the books that they've been in, all of that information is still with them. It takes everything and moves it to the new teacher. Finally, let's take a look at deleting students. So at the end of the semester or the end of the year, maybe these students are moving on, you're not going to need them anymore, and you want to free up those seats for new students that are going to be coming in at the start of the new year. We do this by simply deleting students. What I highly recommend before you delete your students is to come up here where it says Download List and download your students. Once downloaded, it's going to save it on your computer as a CSV file. And now here we have them saved: first name, last name, their original login, which class period they were in, and the total amount of time that they spent in Flangoo. After you've saved this information, now we can go ahead and delete these students. To do that, we simply click right here where it says Transfer and Delete Students, and we simply have to decide if we are going to select specific students to delete, or if we were going to delete all students. So for this, I'm going to just select a couple ones. Right here, let's do this. I'm going to delete just a few. Okay, so these 3 students are moving on. These 2 students we're going to keep. Maybe they're still in class. Maybe they're coming back next year. For whatever reason, we're going to keep them on board. So there we go. I've selected 3, and then I just click to remove these 3 students. And it will warn you, once we've done this, it cannot be undone. Yes, I want to remove these 3 students. I click yes. And now those 3 students are gone, and it has now opened up those seats for new students. So there we go. That's how to transfer and delete students from your account. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions at all, please send us an email. You can email flangoo@teachersdiscovery.com. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you in the next video.